After our time in Colombia, we took a flight to Panama City, Panama, where we had a connecting flight all the way down to southern Brazil, Porto Alegre, and Torres.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm on my walk right now. I'm going to fill up my water bottle and show you guys a little bit more of Torres, and come along. The neighborhoods here are very nice. It's definitely a lot more empty and quiet during the winter times. So if you ever find yourself here in the winter, you can find some amazing deals on like guest houses, guest homes, guest apartments, summer homes, summer houses, you name it. I think some of the better ones we saw for a whole house might have been $700 for the month, something like this. But yeah, it's super nice. And I live on this road, and just straight ahead is the beach. As you saw in my previous video, it was just an easy walk down.
There's a fairly long walkway that goes along the majority of the beach in Torres. There's some houses that line the beach and some restaurants, and it passes a few other landmarks, one of which you'll see here in just a sec. You can usually see people biking and jogging and generally enjoying the beach here in Torres. It seems like it's very popular, and generally it seems like it's a pretty health-related place.
Just up ahead is a natural water spring where I will be getting my water refilled, and it looks like it's also a spiritual site as well, so I'll give you a look at that.
There are many sandy and grassy parts of the beach, but you can also find some rocky parts of the beach, and there's a couple areas with cliffs. It's pretty common to see people paragliding or parasailing or some other kind of sport off of these cliffs, and you can see them flying around above the city and by the beach. What you are seeing is a natural spring that is some water coming out of the rock by the seaside here in Torres. You can see many plaques and other items that people have left to honor or dedicate in general while they pray. You can also see on the wall a lot of burn marks or charcoal left over, ash and different things from people lighting small fires, candles, and various other ways that they like to pay their respects. The water that comes out of here is actually considered holy water, and many people come to fill up their bottles or jugs or other things to either drink right then or take home with them.
So that's the holy shrine, and I got some water from there, and I'm feeling holy today. So now we're gonna go on a hike up to that hill over there. Volleyball going on. We come here to work out. Not today, too packed. Yeah, we go there to run around, do some laps, strengthen our ankles, and it's just nice to hang out in the sand where there's no jellyfish or seashells. But either way, that's our workout area. I'm sure these apartments here are also for rent. Have a nice restaurant downstairs. Probably a little expensive. Look at this house.
Yeah, for sale.
And as I mentioned, there's many places for rent.
This one's for sale.
This one's for sale. Let's go take a look. We have an alert system. If you're interested. It is winter here because we're on the other side of the equator, so you don't see as much surfers, but I'll be surfing, just you watch.
In the winter, the town is not that busy. You still find a good amount of people, but they are mostly locals that live there year around. During the summer, it's obviously warmer and you can find significantly more tourists, people, and the town is a little more lively but can sometimes feel a bit crowded in the summer as well.
Before we go up this way, I want to show you guys this way. Not much of a hike, but just show you the little bridge and a bit more of the ocean. Caleb is down there looking for seashells. I think he'll catch up.
One thing that you can always find tons of here in Torres are local fishermen coming and posting up along the rocks and casting their lines into the ocean waters to see what they can get for the day. Some of them take their fish to the markets, and some of them just look to catch a fish to eat for the day. There are a few signs telling you to watch your step in this area. It can get a little bit slippery, especially during high tide when some of the water and mist or ocean spray manages to get onto the rocks. So be careful. Obviously, it would be pretty bad to fall in. However, you can sometimes see some of the winter surfers, the more extreme or daring ones in their wetsuits, go out onto these rocks and jump into the water to avoid the oncoming surf.
I would take you back that way, but I don't want to get poked in the eye or be in someone's way. But there's another rock face that way, but we'll see it another day. Okay, did you find a seashell?
Yeah, some sea glass.
Oh, and some sea glass. What exactly is sea glass?
Glass.
Nice.
The paths are also fairly narrow up several of the cliff faces, so mind your step and be careful. But there are a couple different paths to make it up depending on your level. Some a little more difficult than others.
If you want to be more adventurous, you could take that route. The craziest thing about being over here is that you can see cactus and desert flowers and desert plants in this area, and tropical plants. So, bunch of cacti over there. Cacti.
There's quite a few paths along the cliff sides on either side of Torres that go up to a couple of different vistas or viewpoints where you can either look onto the city or out onto the ocean. There's a lot of nooks and crannies and little places to hang out or set up shop if you want to have a picnic or just chill on your own. It's easy to find a place away from people.
Around sunset, it gets very packed here. You can see people just posting up, having their blankets down, watching the sunset. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little too early for a sunset right now, but you can enjoy it now.
There's a pretty unique blend of flora and fauna. You can see quite a few different birds, including parrots and hummingbirds. You can also see an interesting combination of desert and tropical plants, like Shaylin said.
More fishermen.
Although it's winter, the temperatures don't really get that low. It never gets below freezing, and you might need a jacket or some sort of small hat, but you won't really be experiencing anything too crazy. It's still fairly enjoyable. You can get blue skies and nice beach time, even in the winter here in southern Brazil.
Wow, do you see the fishermen down there, guys? I don't think you can, but there's fishermen here on the ledge of the seaside cliff face. I want to take a step down there, but I'm honestly a little too scared. It just keeps going on and on. All of this is about a 2-minute walk from our house. So it's very nice. I see people surfing, even though it's winter time here in Brazil, this part of Brazil. I still see people surfing. Some days it can get to 25 degrees Celsius. I think that's almost 80. I'm losing my Fahrenheits, but I see people surfing quite a bit out here. So even though it's winter, it's not the winter like you would see in New York or Canada. No way, not here. So might need a jacket every now and then, but the weather is really nice, especially with the prices and the quietness that comes with the winter time.
Think I was nothing until you turned me around.
Careful! He's so crazy. I see people with their thermos, their yerba mates, and picnicking and fishing. And this cliff just goes, or this hill just goes on and on. Oh my gosh. He says he sees a cave. Wow.
Until you turned me around. I used to think I was nothing.
It's very common to see people walking along or bringing chairs and umbrellas or blankets and generally enjoying the day with a cup of yerba mate or fishing or some combination of both.
Dos suspiros. Here in Brazil, they don't pronounce their R's like R. They pronounce them like suspiros. So Torres is Torres. My skills are focused on Spanish, not so much Portuguese. Trying to integrate them both. Wow, do you hear that? Yeah, I wouldn't want to jump in this, get some brain-eating amoeba in you. Yep. I hear frogs. There's some pathway over here. Where does it lead? Oh,
Come up here.
you guys, this is a grill. Well, it's a shrine.
It is a shrine.
You have to say thank you to the shrine for protecting people.
Thank you, shrine, for protecting people.
Thank you for protecting people, and please protect us. My student from a few few of my students from Taiwan say that there's many shrines on their hikes and that they always thank the god or whoever's watching over people from that shrine. So I noticed that here in South America, many shrines, even Mexico. I never thought about it like that, so thank you, shrine.
Like much of Latin America, Brazil is also primarily Catholic, so you can also find some shrines here and there scattered along the beaches or roads or other places where people might come to pay their respects, kind of similar to the holy water shrine that you saw at the beginning of the video. If you continue to follow some of these varying and many paths along the cliffside here on the southern side of Torres, you will eventually reach the, I guess you could say, state park, which is a special beach area that is free to enter and has some pretty spectacular rock formations and beach as well, and is very popular with tourists in the summer. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have gotten something out of it, consider giving us a like and a subscribe. We would really love to hear what you think, and we always appreciate the support. Thank you very much, and see you next time from the Infinite Living Project. Bye!
Like El Diablo del Pilon, remember that place?
Whoa.
I know, right? Crazy.
I already did my outro, but they can see the end of this.
Yeah. We can use this footage even maybe for our other
Never let it all go, it's all